Hey, what's going on? Today I want to talk about the number one mistake that I see people making who are in no contact. Folks, I'm Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. I'm going to ask if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. When you do that, tick the bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. Also, would like to ask you to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment in the section down below, and check the description below the video for some information that I give away there. All right, so the biggest mistakes that I see people making who are in no contact. Now, for those of you that don't know it, no contact is nothing more than a period of time after a breakup when you have no contact with your ex. No Snapchat, no Facebook, no anything, no contact. And it means just no contact. You might have decided to go no contact as a tactic or a technique to help your ex miss you and possibly get him back. Or you might have watched a YouTube video that said, don't contact him for 30 days and they'll crawl back to you and beg your forgiveness. Doesn't always happen that way. Or maybe no contact was imposed on you because you bothered your ex so much that they ended up blocking you. But regardless, if you find yourself in no contact, there are a lot of mistakes that you can make. Reaching out too early, trying to reach them through friends and family. There's a lot of mistakes that you can make. But the number one biggest mistake that you can make, the biggest mistake that I see people making, is people don't work on themselves. You're never going to reattract your ex with the same mindset that you had when you broke up. You've got to develop a better mindset. You've got to change your mindset. You've got to build your self-esteem. You've got to build your confidence back. You have to make some changes. You have to take the time to work on yourself. And people don't do this. A lot of people get into no contact after the breakup, and all they're doing is just kind of waiting out. If they're in no contact for, say, 30 days, they decide on 30 days. They're just waiting till the end of that 30 days so that they can reach out to their ex. And once their ex comes back, their life will be magnificent again. Not to make fun of anybody, but that's kind of what a lot of people feel. This is a tremendous opportunity if you're in a breakup and you're in no contact. This is a tremendous opportunity to figure out what you did, what went wrong in the relationship, what was your part in that, if you had a part, what was your part in the relationship going south, and work on those character defects, those flaws that you have. And if you don't have any flaws, let me know. I've got plenty of them. You can have some of mine. We all have flaws. We all make mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of being human. It's the human condition. But the no contact, if you're not taking this time to work on yourself, you're missing a tremendous opportunity. What you need to do, this is going to sound weird, you need to accept the breakup, actually maybe even embrace the breakup. Although breakups suck, it's a tremendous opportunity to realize what needs to be changed. And if you're just in panic mode, thinking that your ex coming back will save you, will make your life great again, you're mistaken. What I see happen all too often, and I get emails from people, and they hurt. They're in a breakup and they hurt. They hurt bad. This was my soulmate. This is my twin flame. This is my one and only. This is the only person I ever wanted to be with for the rest of my life. And if they would just come back, everything would be wonderful. I get these emails, How can I make them come back? I will do anything. Anything? Really? Except for work on yourself. And I don't mean that to be a smart ass. What they're looking for, what many people are looking for when they say that I will do anything to make this work, they're looking for someone to tell them what to do, like there's some hidden secret, or there's some, like a switch on the wall. Hey, there's the X back switch. Let's turn it on. Well, now she's back. Everything's great again. What happens is if you're in panic mode and you're just desperate to get them back, and that's your goal, they're like a prize to be won. If that's the goal, if that's the end game, that'll sink into your subconscious. And what happens is everything you do and everything you say kind of comes across that way. And people can sense that. People can tell that. You'll say things and do things and make decisions based on that you wouldn't normally make, just because you want that ex back to come back into your life and save you. So take the time to work on yourself. Again, embrace the breakup, as weird as that sounds. Take that opportunity to figure out what needs to fix. Because if you don't and your ex comes back, what happens often is that the urgency to make those changes goes away when the ex comes back into your life. But if you haven't made any changes and your ex hasn't made any changes, what often happens is after 2 or 3 weeks, when that new honeymoon phase wears off of this relationship, you find yourself back in the same broken relationship you were in and got out of a month or two ago. So then you have to go through the rejection, the pain, the hurt. You have to go through all of that again. And it's no better the second time around, trust me. So take the time while you're in no contact to really work on yourself. What do I mean by work on yourself? Well, I'll give you an example out of my life. Years ago, I was very sarcastic with the woman I was with at the time. And I remember a psychologist friend of mine from the church told me, she goes, sarcasm is thinly veiled anger. Well, what happens is I'd get angry about things. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't communicate that to her. And then down the road, I would just make some snarky comment, some sarcastic, witty, snarky comment that was based on anger, and it would cause some problems. By working on that one defect that I had, and still have, don't get me wrong, I'm not 100% here. But to work on that, I had to be very mindful of it. I had to catch myself when I was getting ready to be sarcastic. I had to catch myself if I was starting to feel some anger, if I was starting to go down that road, and had to back up a step or two, look at where I was, look at what was going on, and then find a way to maybe communicate that in a more loving way, in a more loving manner, so as not to cause a problem. You have to be very mindful of these issues. This is not easy. I mean, working on yourself is not easy, but it is very worth it. You develop a better mindset, you work on yourself, you become a better version of you. You're in a much better place to attract your ex back into your life. You're in a much better environment to attract that ex back. And if you don't attract the ex back, you're in a better place to attract someone even better. I know that sounds crazy. Oh, no, there is no one better. Yeah, there is. It's very possible that someone better will come along. But you have to be good up here first. You're not kicking that desperation off. If you do meet up with your ex, you're not coming across as a desperate, this is what I need. You can go out there. Because even if your ex does come back, if you do get back together, you don't want to go back to the same relationship. You want to go, you want to move forward. You want to create something new with them, and see where that goes. So that's what I have for you tonight, folks. I wanted to say real quick, for those of you that are hurting, I feel you. I mean, I've been there more times than I care to mention. It does get better. It really does. Hang in there. Spend the time taking care of yourself, working on yourself. One day you'll find that you're in a much better place. But spend that time on you. Don't do it for someone else. Do it for yourself. Anyway, I love you all. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the comments and the emails that I get. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, again, leave a comment in the section down below. Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Thank you.